Children, some houses make noise because they are old, and some houses make noise because something below them is awake. Listen carefully. This story moves slowly, like footsteps coming down a long staircase. Don't look over your shoulder while you hear it. Jamie lived in a house that belonged to his family for 3 generations. It was wide and quiet to look at, the kind of house that looks sleepy in the sun. But inside, it never slept. Every night the walls whispered a small scratch, then a knock, then a dragging sound. After that came a tired, heavy breath, like the house was trying to exhale through the floorboards. He kept telling himself it was nothing but pipes or old wood. But you know, children, old houses don't breathe from their stomachs. The noise grew sharper with time. In the morning, when sunlight touched every corner, he still heard the faint clink, like a little bronze bell tapping itself below the earth. Sometimes the windows shivered, as if someone breathed against the glass from outside. And after anyone walked across the living room, a second set of footsteps echoed lightly behind them, trying to keep up. Jamie wanted silence more than anything. So he said to himself, "Let me fix this place. Let me repair everything." Workers came. There was drilling, hammering, dust everywhere. For a few days, the house fell silent. Too silent. One afternoon, a worker tapped the floor of the living room and paused.
"The sound here is different."
It was hollow, empty, like the floor was covering a deep hidden space. They broke the tiles, removed the cement, and beneath those layers, they found a metal hatch, old and square. The edges were welded shut with thick, angry strokes. Whoever sealed it had not wanted it to open again. Not easily. That night, Jamie couldn't sleep. Not because of fear, but because of curiosity. And children, remember this. Curiosity is the first door every ghost uses. The house started making the noise again, but slower now. Measured, almost patient. Each time the pattern repeated. The floor under his bed throbbed faintly, like a huge heart beating under the house. The next day, when the workers left, Jamie sat along with a crowbar. He touched the hatch. The metal was colder than the whole house around him. He pressed the crowbar into the seams. The welds cracked open in small pops, almost too easily. Each pop fell downward, swallowed by a wide, waiting darkness. When he finally opened the hatch, a damp metallic smell rose up, like old temple bells washed in rain. He shined his flashlight. Below him was a spiral staircase, carved into a stone, going down and down, no end in sight. The steps glistened with moisture, the walls curved tightly, and along those walls, tiny bronze bells were fixed into the stone, hundreds of them, so old their metal had turned the color of dried blood. They should have been still, but they were trembling. A soft, nervous sound, like they knew someone was about to walk past them. Jamie hesitated at the top. He felt a pressure in his chest, fear mixed with something softer. A strange pull, like the house had been calling him all these years, whispering through the floors, trying to guide him toward this hidden truth beneath it. He held the flashlight tight and went down. One step, then another and another. His shoes made soft taps on the damp stone. Behind his soft tapping came a heavier sound. A little late, a little off, like a large body following him from one step behind. He turned around, heart hammering. No one there, only the trembling bells giving a weak chime like a warning sign. He kept going. He could hear his own breath echoing, stretching far ahead of him as if something down there was breathing in time with him. After what felt like a long descent, the stairs opened into a round underground hall. The air was wet and thick, like the insides of a sealed well. Window slits ran across the walls, but behind them wasn't earth. The slow-moving darkness, shifting like something huge, was just beyond the walls. In the center of the hall lay a shallow pit. Around it, someone long ago had drawn marks on the stone. Circles inside circles, line connecting strange symbols. The marks were faint, but when he leaned closer, he thought he saw a dull red glow pulsing beneath them, like embers under ash. Then the sound returned. But now it came from a pit. Jamie pointed his flashlight downward. Inside the pit knelt a tall figure, its skin pale like old paper, dark cloth wrapped around its body, held in place by rusted chains. Its hands were joined in prayer, but its prayer was not words. The sound from the closed mouth was a low, broken metal hum, like a singing bowl cracked down in the middle. Every time it hummed, the bells on the stairs shivered. The floor vibrated gently under Jamie's feet. The chalk markings glowed a little brighter, and the darkness beneath the window slits stirred endlessly. Jamie whispered, "Hello?" The figure lifted its head. The face had no eyes, no nose, only smooth skin. Where the mouth should have been, thick black stitches held it closed. but the humming still leaked through the threads. Jamie stepped back, breath shaking, and that's when he saw the smoke. Thick, dark smoke seeping through the window slits. It crawled along the floor, slow and heavy, like burnt cloth turning into fog. Faces appeared inside the smoke, quiet, floating faces with open mouth. Their eyes did not blink, their lips did not move, but they watched. They circled the pit like silent mourners waiting for the ritual to finish. With every hum, more smoke entered, more faces and more shadows. Soft footsteps echoed across the space, though nothing walked. The bells on the staircase began ringing faster now, sharp and warning and afraid. Jamie stepped back again, but the stone under him had turned soft. It sank a little under his heel, like he was standing on a warm, living skin. The figure spread its arm. Chains snapped like dried twigs. The slits around its mouth stretched and tore, one thread breaking with a wet snap. Then another, and another. When its mouth opened, the sound that came out was not a scream. A sound rushing out together like a storm trying to escape centuries of silence. The smoke faces rushed towards Jamie. The bells screamed, his flashlight dropped and cracked. The soft floor caught his ankles like wet hands. The last thing he saw was the faceless creature rising from the pit, turning its head towards him, its new mouth yawning wide, pulling all the air from the room toward it. Then, darkness. The next day, the workers broke open the door and found the house clean. Floor polished, tiles neat. No hatch, no marks, nothing disturbed. Only one strange thing. If you lay down on the floor and put your ears to the tiles, you may hear a faint humming. Soft, patient, and praying. Sometimes you must ignore things. Be less cautious. You never know, you might be interrupting someone's prayers.